Welcome to the injury report for round 23, brought to you by AIA Vitality. Sadly, the final injury report for the year, and hopefully, Magpie Army, you felt like this year, with the new format of the injury report, that you were kept really well informed, up to date with information, and learned a little bit around some of our rehab processes, training program, and return to play protocols. So, been a pleasure for 2021 to bring you this detail every week, but as I say, sadly, with not making finals this year, this will be the final one for the year. So I'll take you through the health of the list going into this week's final AFL game against Essendon. So from the Brisbane game, Trey Roscoe had that rolled ankle sustained in the first quarter. Trey was actually moving pretty well until half-time, so cooled down over that half-time period. And in that third quarter earlier on, he wasn't moving well, had some more swelling in the ankle, and so the sub was activated for Nobes to come in for Trey. So Trey's still really swollen and sore right now. He's down as a test for this week, but will be in some doubt for the game against Essendon going into this round. Finn McRae was another who had an ankle roll in the game, not as severe as Trey Roscoe's. He's pulled up actually really well today. He will be down officially as a test, but we would envisage that this Finn should be no issues at all and should be putting his hand up to play this week. From the non-AFL game, they had a scrimmage out in KC on Sunday. Mason Cox copped an elbow to the throat from Majak Daw in a rock contest and suffered a bruised larynx like he had early in the season, although not to the severity as that initial injury that he had. So Cox, his vocal cords and his voice box is pretty good this morning in speaking. But he's low level activity for the next 2 to 3 weeks and unfortunately will not be available to play this week. And then the rest of them are the long-term rehab players. So Isaac Quinoa, who was updated last week, so ended up testing positive for glandular fever. Also had some swollen glands and tonsillitis as well. So Isaac's in recovery mode for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And look to get him recovered and refreshed as well as possible, and look to have an uninhibited pre-season get into 2022 as well. So wishing Isaac all the best in his recovery at home. And Darcy Moore with that PCL. So Darcy's making really great inroads. His strength is really taking off in the gym now with that lower limb. And we'll look at Darcy now starting to get into some running and transition into his off-season programs within the coming weeks. So really good news for Darcy as well. All in all, pretty healthy list getting into this final round against Essendon, and looking for the boys to cheer off Ruffy for his 200th and Maney for his farewell game, and hopefully getting a win over Essendon this week. So one last push, a sad end to the 2021 season, but let's hopefully find some positives out of that and get the boys cheered up with a W on Sunday. Let's go, Pies.